At some point, I don't know when it was for you, but there was a moment when you realized that no one was coming to fix this for you. The cavalry wasn't on the way, and no one is going to hand you the thing that you've been working towards. If you haven't had that moment yet, this video might be the one that gives it to you. And I want to say this carefully. This is not a discouraging message. It is actually one of the most freeing things to know and to understand. There is or was one person on this planet who genuinely wanted you to succeed and to exceed him. One man who measured his own success partly by how far you went and how far past where he stood you went. That was your father. And even that love and that investment, even he couldn't do it for you, whatever this it is. He could show you the road, he couldn't walk it. And for some of you, that relationship was complicated. Maybe he wasn't around. Maybe he had his own failures that got in the way. I understand that. But the point still stands. There is no one on this earth whose job it is to make you succeed. Not a spouse, not a mentor, not a friend who believes in you. Their belief in you is a gift. It's not a rescue. Here's the part that actually changes how you operate from one day to the next. Because once you accept that no one is coming, completely accept it, something really shifts. I want to show you what that shift looks like in practice. When you stop waiting on someone to give you permission, to validate your decision, to save you from the bad stretch, you stop operating from a position of need. You stop asking, why hasn't this happened yet? And you start asking, what am I doing today? The people who move the fastest aren't always the most talented. They're not always the smartest. They're the ones who already knew that no one was coming. They're not waiting for that perfect moment. They're not waiting for the right connection to open the door. They're not waiting for that right phone call. They move because they know that movement is the only mechanism towards success. And when you're low, and you will be low, everybody gets low. The people who get back up fastest aren't the ones with the best support system. They're the ones who decided. They actually decided at some functional level that staying down is not an option. Not because it doesn't hurt, it does, but because no one else is going to reach down and pull them up, so they're going to have to pull themselves up. This isn't nihilism. I want to be clear about this. You should build relationships. You need community. Community matters. Mentors matter. Good people in your corner matter tremendously. But you go into all of that as a whole person who is already moving, not as someone waiting to be completed. The help comes to those that are already in motion. The door is open for people who are already at the door. The saying, God helps those who helps themselves. I think that's Ben Franklin. There's a lot to that. So today, this very day, not someday, what's the one thing that you can do that doesn't require anyone else's permission to move towards your success? Start right there. No one is coming, and it's not a tragedy. It's the starting line. Subscribe to our channel. Next week, we're going to get into the difference between that feeling that gets you started and what actually keeps you going.